What a beautiful day here in Rutledge, Tennessee, and a great opportunity to tour this beautiful home for one of our customers. Let's take a quick look down the street and also the front of this beautiful home. This is a batten board construction with a stone front on the right-hand side and also down the right sides of the home. This entryway features a 9-foot tall, beautiful front door with wavy glass. Once we get in the door, you can turn around and see the privacy that the waves in the glass offer. The image outside gets distorted very quickly and it gives you very nice privacy. Now take a look at this wide 6-foot hallway. It's tall, just like that 9-foot door. And let's head into the first bedroom on the left. This is a nice sized room. And it's also got a nice double deep closet. This gives you more room on that wall for furniture. There's also very nice upgrades such as nice tall woodwork, a double window, and a ceiling fan. As we head out the hallway, we're split to another part of the home, giving you again more privacy and space. We've got a double wide closet here. This double wide closet would be nice for if you had like an office. I can easily see supplies and so forth in this closet, and lots of great space for a wall full of desks and furniture. It of course makes a great bedroom, and there is of course a ceiling fan with a light and nice windows with lots of natural light coming right in on the hardwood floors. Back outside, we've got a nice hall closet, and we've got a bathroom. Now, in this bathroom, you're going to see granite counters. You're going to see a really pretty cabinet with a wider base, a nice profile on this toilet. It's a higher toilet, and you've got a full fiberglass shower. This is a one-piece fiberglass shower, so it's an upgrade from most of your standard showers that are out there, and you'll see some very nice bronze type of fixtures. Again, it gives it that higher end look. There's also a nice linen closet for the bathroom. Headed out, let's open this door. And what do you see? A nice hall closet. Next, we're going to peek around the hall. Take a quick hint. There's some stairs on the left. We'll get to those in just a moment when we head upstairs. But for now, I'd like us to focus the family room and kitchen combination. This is so beautiful. Look at this cabinetry. Look at this granite. Take a look at how thick this marble is. It's really not as thick as my entire thumb. It's made to look that way. I'll show you a little secret. They took the 1-inch granite and they made a waterfall side that's about 3 inches. It really makes it look like a 3-inch slab. That is true granite underneath. I just love this counter. Take a look at the drawers. So you've got double stacked drawers and you've got doors. Everything, of course, on this is quality. So soft closing drawers, soft closing doors. The appliances are all Frigidaire. They're high-end stainless steel. This particular one has a 5-burner, and the one on the right is quite unusual with a lot of different settings for simmering. Nice, pretty Frigidaire microwave oven. Everything matches in stainless steel. There's a Frigidaire refrigerator freezer side by side and a Frigidaire stainless steel dishwasher. Let's take a look at this beautiful sink. Notice how wide it is. This is a durable, strong stainless steel sink. 1-inch granite countertop. And look at that tall pot scrubbing type of spigot that we've got there with the vegetable sprayer. Guys, let's move on to this dining room. Nice tall ceilings, pretty chandelier, hardwood floors. Take a look down here. This is an example of the hardwood floor. I like to pull events and show you. 3/8-inch real hardwood floor. Not plastic. This is tongue and groove hardwood floor, people. And this is throughout the first floor and also the bonus room above the garage. Have a look out at this beautiful deck and take a look at the view out this picture window in the family room. These are single hung double pane vinyl clad windows, and they're energy efficient, really beautiful. You'll notice they're tall, very tall throughout the whole house. I believe we've got 9-foot ceilings in the first floor. And again, let's go outside and look at this beautiful deck. This is Trex deck. Trex deck is very low maintenance. You've got, look to be aluminum railings. Check out the view here, folks. There's one car going by. Nice and quiet. There's a little street behind us, one lane each way. And the most I've seen is about 3 cars at one time. Very quiet, simple country road. And the best part is the views it affords you. You don't see housing behind you. You see a beautiful tree line in the distance from this porch. The backyard tapers down. You can see the neighbors making the most of that usage. You could do the same here with pets and people. I wouldn't roll a ball down the hill without expecting it to go down the hill. This is battboard vinyl, a very tall outdoor covered porch. And again, this is all low maintenance, free vinyl. Fantastic. And you can see it's illuminated. This is a beautiful place to call home. See that vinyl? Water goes down it because it's vertical instead of horizontal. 9-foot tall. Entry door again going out to the patio. It's just a beautiful drama, a beautiful view. Fantastic place to spend your morning for coffee or have a nice afternoon or evening meal. You can't help but to be wowed by the natural light that comes in this home through all the different windows. Let's go down the hallway. What we're going to see in the hallway are a couple important things. You're going to see a beautiful pantry. It's a very tall pantry as well, so you'll be able to stack things on the floor and you go very high as well. This one will get the job done. Now let's look across the hall. This is a very nice, deep laundry room. I mean, very long. And you need that with 2 doors that are important. One heading out to the garage and one headed to the unfinished basement. These are places where people come in and out. You really don't want them in your dwelling. You're going to fall into a beautiful ceramic floor. You've got a recessed vent for your dryer, washer dryer hookup, and lots of extra room in this laundry room, plus a little rack for supplies. Now we're in the vaulted master bedroom. Look at that ceiling fan and that wall of windows. And again, look at the view out the master bedroom. It really is nice. Lots of natural light, big room, and a great place to wake up to. Let's take a look here at the master closet. So there's a row down and a row above. Plenty of room for you to hang pants and shirts and so forth. So this is a pretty good job, pretty good amount of space for a master bedroom. Turning a little bit to the next spot, let's go into the master bath. And here we have a double basin vanity. Ceramic floors, of course. A nicer, higher profile toilet. And let's take a quick look behind this door. We've got a walk-in shower. And there's no lip. There's about a little 1-inch gap there, which pitches the tile toward the drain. You don't need a shower curtain. This is a walk-in shower, beautifully tiled. Let me take you for a little tour. And it's extremely tall. The ceramic tile goes from floor to ceiling. It's a fantastic asset because as you get older, you may not feel like having to jump into a tub to get a shower. Again, there's natural light coming in through windows all across. That's your driveway out there that is yet to be poured, but will be soon. Let's open the door and take us for a little walk to the unfinished basement next. Now, you'd expect to see an unfinished basement. What you wouldn't expect is, throughout the house, corner beads that are round. So the corners are all rounded. That's an option in a lot of states. That's also a textured wall. They call that knockdown finish. That's also throughout the home. So these are pretty cool things that you just don't see a lot of in Tennessee. There's a textured ceiling as well. It's just another sign of value that this builder puts in standard. So my favorite kind of basement is an unfinished basement because the quality is really there, and it's something that people hide a lot. When they have poor basements, they cover them in paneling, and you don't know if there's moisture or problems. You get to see this one fresh. Now, there is some luxury vinyl tile down here. This is the only place you want to see it. You see it's a nice thin product. You also see it's pretty much water resistant or waterproof. So moisture can come up through concrete. You don't want carpeting on your concrete for that reason. We have a high water base. The soil is clay and it's very wet, so you don't want moisture. There's a whole bunch of extra vinyl tile that they did not install yet. This was purchased for their first buyer who did not make the trip all the way to closing day. And they were willing to take this away, but they're also willing to leave it and no extra cost to the buyer. So that's pretty cool. This is a heat pump. This only does the ducted work on the first floor, the primary living space. So it's electric. It's an electric heat pump. Does heat and air conditioning. There's information about that. And there's also electric hot water heater. That ductwork, again, focuses on all the facility just above us, about nothing down in this basement. This basement needs its own source of heat and air, and I highly recommend the addition of a ductless heater and air conditioner. You'll see an example of one when we get upstairs to look at the garage bonus room, the room over the garage. So some of the things you can't see here, you can see these walls are 10-inch thick poured concrete. They have rebar vertically and horizontally twisted in, and they are super, super strong. I really like poured concrete. That's an extra feature. Take a look at these pipes coming out of the floor. There is plumbing for an additional future bathroom, toilet, sink, and a tub. These are double doors headed out to the patio, which is yet to be poured. That's a nice area. It's about 12 by 16, if I had to guess. This gives you another way to kind of look around the yard and see that it is usable for sure. Okay. There's the HVAC condensing units. The white one, the smaller one, is what does the garage apartment. And it's, again, ductless. There's no ductwork. It's Freon that goes up to an air handler right in that room. And, of course, the other one's more of a traditional heat pump right next to it. Take a look at the backyard with me. There, again, is where the patio is going to be. As I pan around a little bit, that ductwork would not be needed with the basement. You just bring the Freon lines right through, and that particular unit is for one air handler. You'd get a larger one, probably where you could do 2 zones and 2 air handlers. So I'm walking through the backyard now, and you can see it does go downhill. And we'll take a quick look at how that feels. And now we're back inside. A lot of folks look at these things and they see the ductwork in the ceiling and they're awful tempted to poke a hole and start putting air conditioning in the house through doing that. It's not a good idea. This is a balanced system. It's specifically built to do the first primary floor. You do not want to take away from that volume. And you certainly need to know where and how to put proper return air back into any place that you condition the air. So, let's head upstairs, folks. Let's go take a look at this beautiful room. Well, the first thing you want to see is that set of stairs, because just about every builder is going to be tempted or do it. They're going to cover, terribly crafted plywood steps and cover them with carpeting. We're talking about particle board. This is hardwood all the way up and hardwood in the second floor. This room, if you were to take a ruler, would be a 24 by 24 square approximately. There are a lot of cut-ins, and you can see those three beautiful windows right there, bringing in a lot of natural light in. There is a roof line cut to the one side of the home, of course, and that's towards the front. You got a full, about 24 feet across the back. And there is the air handler I was telling you about. That does heating and cooling and has its own remote control thermostat, which is really nice. You're sitting in bed, it's a little too hot, turn the air down. A little too cold, turn the heat up. This is a really cool space. Make a fantastic game room. Theater, guest room, office, or of course a nice luxury bedroom for someone. This little door takes you into the attic space. A little extra storage, but more importantly is access to everything. Really, really nice. And that would be your porch. Well ventilated porch as well. So that's how that works. I want you guys to see this and just see how well thought out and how well built this home is. Some great touches. Look, there's another ceiling fan. And even a little custom work. You don't see that every day. To follow the roof line, it's pretty neat. And again, just a real attention to detail and quality. I think you're going to love this home for sure. All right, we're going to go outside now. I really want you to pan up and down the street. It's going to give you an awful lot to see. The first 4 homes on my left were all built by the same builder, Leon, who I met today. Leon did a fantastic job. Leon, I believe it's Epplinger. Epplinger Construction, I believe is what his company is. You can see the wavy path to the front door. Now, between the path and the front porch will be an area where they're going to put topsoil and about 8 1-gallon bushes, which will grow and look pretty. They're going to blow in seed and hay for a lawn here. Topsoil, of course. You'll notice the stone on the right-hand side of the house. You'll also know that it follows around. When we get to that point, I'll show you for sure. And the property line headed over to your left with the driveway yet to be poured. So they're going to pour that concrete here, concrete on the driveway. And as we walk along it, you can see it. You got a nice wide driveway, well thought out, lots of curved edge to it. This runs nice and deep and wide for you to get into that 2-car side turn garage. Now we're at the street level. Again, just trying to give you a little more feel for the neighborhood. These are going to be homes just like this one eventually, with a similar lot size and certainly a feel. You could also add a second driveway to this property. The property line looks like about 25 feet from the right-hand side of the house. And I'm pretty confident you could put a 20-foot pathway right down this side if you wanted to possibly have a separate entrance for possibly a tenant or adults, in-law suite, what have you. So as we go down this hill, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And of course, there's that natural stone below the siding as well to match the front elevation. Now you can see where this is kind of sloping pretty good. And then it kind of takes a flattened space. And I'll show you by turning to my right here. Not real flat, but would not be hard at all to flatten out in a more additional area. See what they did with the under porch? That's going to have a concrete pad poured. They level the stone out and then make a level pad when they get done. You could come out before the house ends and begin your level pad if you want an additional parking pad on this side of the property. It's certainly doable. Now, you don't want to come back too far. You're going to be looking at that RV or that boat from your porch unless you put a row of trees right there. Again, look at this. It's not heavily sloped until you get further down the hill. Certainly usable for pets and people, barbecue, and what have you. The neighbors have taken full advantage of their property, fenced it in, and I'm going to walk you down to the corner. That's about a similar ending on the property line. It's easy to use this as our guide. So I'm going to stand right on their corner, get closer to that 1 lane each way street. I'm going to turn. And as I do, there's the row of trees that they stopped clearing so that you can see about how much land to your left is your backyard. It's quite nice. It's a spacious place to be. And we're just going to take a short walk. Like I said, that's a natural buffer. I'm certain that's going to be counted. Listen for the car coming by. Privacy.
I'm at the road.
Car. So, let's take a short walk here. Here is where the property line lines up pretty well. From here straight up to this telephone pole, that's a neighboring lot which is getting developed. Hey guys, take a look at these tubes. Those are your rain gutters. Those rain gutters drain out through the tubes underground and a safe place off of your foundation. We need that. Again, this house is engineered and built really, really well. That's a sign of quality. Headed back up, this particular part of the slope will be covered with some shrubbery and some topsoil from the edge of the driveway down to the rear yard. This is pretty much the side of the property right here, the end of the property line. So you're coming from the street, you can see it's a nice big area to back in, pull in, and come in or out. The garage is deep. It's got a deep tray on the right-hand side where you could put a pontoon all the way up against the wall and fit in with your trailer or a nice ski boat. There's also more space to the left where you put maybe a refrigerator or a lawnmower or both. So you've got outlets on those walls. It's a really great garage. It's not just a simple two-car. It's got a deep, deep bay on the right. Again, 2 outlets there. And as you swing around the other way, you'll have room for your lawnmower and your freezer on the other side of the opposing side of this. And there that is, that cut in there. So you got room for your car doors to open as well. They're not banging into the walls because they've only made it as wide as the garage door. Okay, folks, it's time for a nice fun ride in my truck. I'm going to take you for a ride around the neighborhood, and you're going to see what you can't see from just looking on property. So we're boogieing on down the street. I've sped up this film so you won't have to watch me just drive it at a slow speed. It's a little wild. Sorry for that, but you're going to love it. As we round towards the front of the development, or the part that faces the main entrance, you hang a right, and first thing you see is Lakeview. You see a lot of Lakeview. It is beautiful. There are docks right now that are floating almost at their perfect height, and I think that would really be helpful for you to understand that this lake is managed by the Tennessee Valley Authority, the TVA. So, in your neighborhood is an awful lot of beautiful access to water views. Nighttime walks, bicycle rides, you name it, there's a view just coming in and out of the neighborhood every day. You're going to drive by the lake and enjoy that lake view for a lifetime. I'm going to turn right, and I'm going to head up the road a little bit so you can kind of see what we're talking about here. And as we do head down the road, there's a zoom in of the docks that are there, and you can see what looks like a beach area. This lake still has about probably a third to a quarter more yet to be filled. The authority will lower down the water levels when we're not in rainy season. Through the winter, they'll lower it down. The mountain will actually get snow caps on it. The mountains will get snow caps locally around it. So the water, as it returns, and they manage it, they bring it back in. See the wheels on the bottom of that? Those wheels move up and down the edge of the water. They'll bring them closer and stake it in closer when the water rises, so that you have that flat level bridge across to your floating dock. But the floating dock will be there. Some people bring them all the way in for the winter, and some don't. And some bring them out earlier than others to get started with the boating season. So as you roll down the road, you're going to see more docks and more examples of what I'm talking about. It's kind of fun to see. We're going to take a peek down the edge of the water. This one is rolled up onto the shoreline. So these people haven't begun their boating season yet. Their boat is probably not even, anywhere but in the garage through the winter. So again, take a look at this beautiful lake. It's massive. The community is surrounded by water on the outside edge streets. Now the upside is they get this beautiful lake, but the downside is there's no city water available to these particular properties. The home you are purchasing on Woodstock does have city water. It comes in from that little road that we see from the back porch. So that's one major advantage. I'm sorry for missing some of the beautiful view of the lake. It is hard to drive the vehicle and capture this, but I'll bring the camera into view a couple more times and you'll see just how big the lake view truly is. It's neat. Even the video doesn't do it justice, but I try to give you a good tour and a good feel for what's available to you. And I do this all on the fly. It's about 9 o'clock, the same night that we got to view the property. And this evening, I will send you the link. This is just what we do, and it really helps our buyers. So we'd love to have you call us if you're in the market or would like to sell your home. Give us a call. When you buy or sell, remember, make it a plum buy. Thank you for watching. We look forward to talking to you real soon. Bye-bye now.